Hello guys, welcome back again at Freelancer. Thank you for the subscriptions. You have shown me a lot of love, and we actually reached a target of 1,000 subscribers. I really appreciate for that achievement. Thank you for those who have subscribed and for being an active participant or at Freelancer. I really appreciate what you guys are doing. Now we have one more achievement to attain, which is the 4,000 watch hours. But we have already done 900. What is remaining is 300 3,000 watch hours. So let's keep our objective towards attaining that mark. And again, I really appreciate for the achievement. In our today's video, I will be continuing from where I left with the video on the application on Echolabs. Last time we were there, I showed you how to apply for an account with the Echolabs. And after doing the video, I have received some DM from people asking me the way forward. Okay, like I said, I do offer training services, which I only you get to DM me, and then we agree on how much you are going to pay for me to train you on how to work on Echolabs. Now, after showing you how to apply the account on Echolabs, most of you attempted the test, but I came to realize that most of you are very poor in following instructions, since some didn't read the guidelines. And I also told you guys that you have to read the guidelines. You cannot work without instructions. It's like you're going to a company and then you just assign yourself tasks without even consulting what should be done. Now, it is the same case in freelancing. In freelancing, there is no way you are going to work as a freelancer if you don't want to read the guidelines on a particular website. So, it is very crucial for you to read those guidelines and ensure that you read them and understand them, and then you can be able to do the test. Like in this test here, if I haven't read the instructions, I wouldn't know what should be done once I come to this part of the test. So it is very important for you to read the guideline, which is here. After you apply for an Ecolab account and an email is sent on your DM to confirm it. Once you confirm that link, it will open and bring you to this tab here. So what you should do is first you should click here to view the style guide. So once you click there, you can read these guides. It explains how you are supposed to work. If it is on the matters of transcription, different companies do have different guidelines. So you can't work for one company and then come to the other and assume that you'll be using the same guidelines. No, you have to read their own, because you might find that some of the things, the way you transcribe it on a different platform is not the same as how you transcribe it here. Also, there are things like the slangs, the filler words, those things. There are companies that will ask you to include the filler words. There are those companies that will ask you to not include the filler word. So you should be very keen on these instructions, and you should ensure that you read each and every bit of this training manual. So you have to read all these scripts that are written here. There is no way you are going to avoid reading these instructions. Even if you come to train with me, you will have to read the guidelines since I cannot train everything to you if you haven't already read what is there. The only thing that I can do is just show you how to do it perfectly without making any mistakes. So guys, be very keen while working on these platforms. And like I told you, Echolabs is a very good website and it is allowing you to apply for account in every position of the world that you are in. As long as you can work as a transcriber in English, then Echolabs is a freelance website that you ought to try. Now, as I had already shown you how to read the guideline, and I already said that you should read it before you try. Now, since I already started the test here, you can see that there is a timer here that is calculating, and time is passing by very fast. So, as you can see already, I already have 3 hours, that 9 minutes to submit this test. But on this particular video, I will not be able to do the whole test. All I shall do is just show you how you are supposed to do it, even if it's for some few minutes. Then yourself you can continue and proceed from where I will leave. Now you can go create your own account and then you'll be able to understand uh, how the work should be done here, because most of you have contacted me asking me what should be done then. Now remember that I do also offer training services, so if you feel like you are interested, just DM me on the number or email that is on the video description. That is this particular video. So you should contact me via that WhatsApp number. And watch out, I do not give my number in the comments, and if it is given there, just check whether that or if I'm the person who have shared the number. Otherwise you'll be scammed here, so be very mindful of the people you are contacting. Just get my number from the video description and no any other part. Yeah, so that is it. So once you open the Echolabs account, you are brought to this field, and then you will accept on the test. And then for me, I already accepted it, so I'll just click to continue. Like you have seen, there's this video here. That is the video that they have given me to do the test, and for you to play it, you just press. So you can hear that this video is quite audible, and I can easily transcribe a few words from what he is saying. So you also need to check for the uh, video to be clear, or it should be in an accent that you are able to intercept what words he or she is saying. So you should try to get a video that is favoring you on the side of audibility of that test. So, like for this one, I can hear what he's saying, and I'm sure his accent is not that hard, so I can manage on this one. So, you will need to have a lot of emails, about 20 emails. You will apply, and then you will see that things are hard for you to transcribe there. So, you just open another account, and then you check if that one is audible. If it is audible, then you proceed to do the test. But if you just choose a random email and then you proceed with the test, it might be very difficult for you. So as you can see, this is the field where this is the field where you are supposed to write what you are hearing. And as you can see, there's this place where you should You should type here. Now after you are finished typing, and then there is this part here. You can see these decibels here. They are showing the audio and how the speaker is talking. So you can also see this pink part here. It is little identified as 0. So this is what you'll be doing. This one here, you will be pressing the captions according to what the person speaking here is saying. So right, in this case, you can hear that they are talking. So you also need to identify who is talking, this guy or the other white guy. So for you to do that on Echolabs, they do need you to identify the speaker according to their names, and I'll show you how that is done. But if it is not possible, then you can proceed to identify them as it is discussed on the uh, style guide. So uh, once you are here, let me just refresh this. I don't know why it is not clickable here. Don't understand what is going on. Let me just repeat it again. So yeah, now it's okay. So once you click there, you need to click on what do we call it? Mm, Backspace to delete those spaces that are there. To delete the spaces that you can see are there. So what I should do is that I'll transcribe what has been said and by who, and according to the guideline. Now, one thing that you ought to know, there is this line here, this red line here, this one here. Once you start writing here, your transcript should not go beyond this line. This is the line that identifies that particular frame. So you should not, it should not pass there. It should not go beyond that point. And if it does, I just show you how you do it. Now, for the transcript, I had a transcript of it, so I just paste it. Now, if you need to know how I am going to get this transcript, I now think that you will have to contact me for training, and then I just explain what's going what will be you'll be doing to get that particular transcript. So as you can see, I told you that you are not supposed to pass this red line here, this one that is going down all the way. You can see that it is cutting through these words here. So your transcript shouldn't go beyond that point. And what you should do is that you should click on you should click on Shift Enter. Then once you click on Shift Enter, you can see that also this second line here is going beyond this line. So this word here should also not go past that. So you should just click on Shift Enter to take it to the next part. Now that way. And if you can see that this sentence here is rhyming with the words that are beyond this line, so you should come here and click Shift Enter to take it down there. So your transcript should not be going beyond this red line here. And that is one of the things. The second thing is that your transcript here. Let me take this video to where it started. Let me just show you. So this is where it started here on that frame 0. Now once I click tab, You can hear that the playback speed is very high, so I should take it to almost half here so that you can talk slowly and I can hear what he is saying. So, as you can hear, this guy was talking before the other guy started talking. So, this first frame here that is identified as frame 0 should go almost here where the second guy is talking. So, this particular frame here, this the one that is identified as 0, it should be identifying what this guy is saying. The guy in who is white, what he is saying. So let's listen again, and you'll be able to hear that around this point the other guy intercepts. Yes, you can hear around here this guy stops talking and the other guy starts to talk. So you should drag this up to that point where the second guy is starting to talk. So let's listen to hear whether we are accurate on what I've just said. You can hear that he has intercepted and then this guy continued talking. You can hear that they are exchanging what do we call it? They are conversing. So one guy is talking at this turn and the other guy is talking. So what you should do here is that you should identify where the right speaker is talking. So when you identify who is talking, then you will be able to place the frames correctly. Now, let's listen to what the script here is saying, and then we shall listen what this guy has just said and where the other guy intercepts. So we go back there. Now he's up to this point where he's talking about all people of the white race. It would be a home guard, and it would be our safe space. So then we come here, we click on shift enter. Since the guy talking is the person who opened this speech and he's the first speaker, so we proceed. But around this point here, you can hear that the other guy is intercepting, so we have to identify that. But let's listen what he's saying. Now, the other guy says it would be our safe space. Now, let's listen what uh, this black guy said to the other guy. Yes, the guy has said safe space. Then this guy here said yes. And then the other guy said, why? Why do you need a safe space? Now, the other guy says the word why. Then he also says, why did Jews need a safe space? Now you can hear that they are exchanging words. So up to here, we only have one speaker who is identified by this pink uh, frame here. So once you reach that point, you click on enter to separate to go to a second speaker who is the guy. I think one of them is like a reporter, and then there is that guy who is responding. We shall call him the respondent on this particular script, but that is not according to the guidelines. You should check the guidelines and read what should you should identify that guy as. So he says safe space. Then this guy says yes. So let's go back again and listen. So now you can hear that this conversation starts around this point here, and you can listen again. He says safe space, and then the other guy says yes. Yeah, so you extend this up to here where this guy is saying yes, and here you separate this speaker by clicking enter. So we are in frame 3. Now this is, yes, it is frame 3 since we already started at 0, but we are on the third one, that is. So the guy who is asking the questions is the one who said yes, and then the other guy said why do you need a safe space. Now you come here and also separate by clicking enter. But remember, this transcript should not go beyond this line. So you should come here and click shift enter to proceed to cut these words that are going beyond this line. So once you get there, you continue with the what this guy is saying. So we shall listen and identify where here on the third interface where the person has spoken what he has said. So let's listen. Now he says, why do you need a safe space? And that speech ends around here. So you drag this up to that point and be very accurate with how you place your frames. So on this captioning part, so because it's like you're watching a movie, and once you start speaking and the words that are down there as the subtitles, they should be rhyming with what is being said in real time. So that is how accurate you should be. So let's listen again. So, and also this guy also says why, and it is around this, around here. Now there. So around here, that is frame 3. Yes. So you click on tab and continue listening. Now, we already know that this is where the guy who is responding to the questions added his utterances before the other guy started talking. So you should separate that to go to frame 4. Now, after you have reached that point, you have to listen again to identify where this guy who is the reporter is talking to the other guy, where his conversation ends as speaker 4. So let's listen. He is asking, why did Jews need a safe space? Do you want to say so? Okay, I can see that it's heading there. Do you want to say? Let's see. Why do you want to say so? Let's listen. Yes, you can hear that this other guy who is now the respondent has interfered with what the reporter was saying, and he's the person who asked this. Do I want a white? I'm not sure if this is the correct word that he has said because I used an AI that to get this script. So I will also have to listen well and identify if indeed that is what has been said. So now you come here, you click on shift enter to avoid crossing the red line as I told you. Now you also separate this one here. You click again there And you can see now the script is getting away from the line. So no, it's not going beyond. So he says, why did Jews need a safe space? Do you want to say so? And the other guy says, do I want a? I don't know what he finished saying there because I haven't listened. Yes, he's the guy who is talking here now. So you also need to separate this because now that a new speaker who is speaking, so you identify it like that. Once you have done that, you continue listening. And also remember, this guy said, "Do I want a?" Uh, on this frame four, I'm not sure we did the correct thing here. So we ought to finish transcribing and ensuring that the captions are correct. So let's go to frame four. Frame three was correct. Yes, you can hear that his speech is heading around here. So let's listen again. Yes, he's starting there. So you should drag this number five to around that place. And remember to be very accurate. Now, I have finished identifying this part where he spoke. Now that is frame 4. On frame 5 is here. So I also have to identify this. So I have to listen from frame 4. Now he reaches here and the other guy he interferes with his statement. So and he asks why. Why? He asks why. Why would you be against that? So we click on enter to get a new speaker. And then also remember to close these gaps here. Why would you be against that? Then you come here, you click on shift enter to avoid the conversation from going beyond the point where the red line is going through. So now we have identified number up to number 5. So listen. Now this is where the guy is asking why. Why? He is speaking from here. Why would you be against that? Now we come and listen here to identify where this guy said the word sorry. So this part here is where he says the word sorry. So this is another speaker talking now. So you click on click on enter to get speaker 7. That is interface 7 of the speaker. And then you come here. After he says sorry, what does he proceed to say? Why would you be against that? And his speech ends around there. Now this is another speaker talking, so you identify it like that. Remember here there is a space, so you delete it. Yes, to avoid getting those spaces that are left between those words. So you come here, also delete this one here, and also remember how you deal with the filler, how you deal with filler words. Now this is where he says sorry. Sorry is number 7, so it's up to here. Why would you be against it? Is it or that? Let's listen. Why would you be against it? Now he's talking up to this point here, but remember you have to identify. Transcript 8 should go with caption 8. It should not go past that. So let's listen again. Now you can hear that the second speaker also is speaking around this point around here. So we have to listen again and identify where he really talked. Yes, his speech ends there, and the other person's speech starts here. So let's listen to 7. Sorry, why would you be against it? Well, now these are here. This here is well. Let me see, and I think it's not accurate. There, so let's listen. He says, well, let me see, but according to what I heard, is he has said that, well, let me see. Listen well. Yes, he's saying, let me say it. So that is where you should, why would you be against it? Now he says, well, let me say it. Now you click there to identify the new speaker. Now let's listen to see whether caption 7 is going with transcript 7. Yes, that one is correct. Why would you be against it? Is number 8 and it ends there. So that one also is correct. Now for transcript 9, to go with caption 9, we have to identify where the other person interferes with his statement. Let's listen. So around this point here, the speaker, who is the reporter, is asking that question again. So yeah, so we identify it up to there. So then remember to push these words to the next tab, to the next line, to avoid it from passing this red line here. So we click on shift enter. Then also remember to delete these spaces here at the beginning. We click also here, then click shift enter again. This one here, click shift enter. Then you click shift enter again until there is nothing that is going beyond this red line here. Also ensure that you identify the speaker tags accordingly. So yeah, that is how we should do it. Me, it would shift enter, you delete, you click here, you shift enter. Yes, now that one is okay. I think there's a problem maybe here because it is touching the line, but that's not a big issue. It should not go beyond the line that is. So, as you can see, my transcript is outlined in a very accurate way. So, end the state. So, you can see here that they are saying a transcript should start with the speaker. Now, the way that you come to identify these speakers is by coming to this video here, and then you go to what do we call it? Snipping tool. After you click there, you click new, and then it will take you here. So you come here and take a screenshot of this tab here. Now that is it, and then you save it on your PC. So let me save this as capture 9, or let me call it capture 6. Capture 6. Now after doing that, you come here to your Google account, and then around this area here you click on this thing here. Then you upload a file. Go to the pictures that you have just taken. Now this is capture 6. You open it. After opening it, you will see that it is focusing on an image of a person. So let's see whether it will identify that person. You can see that it didn't. So the thing that you should do is look for this second speaker here to see. Let's search for this guy. So we go to the snipping tool again. We click a new one. Now what we are doing is that we are trying to identify this video where it came from online. Now, and it is not always that you'll be able to get it, but once you get hired, you'll be able to get most of these scripts from the Echolabs Discord. Echolabs Discord channel. You'll be able to get most of the names of these speakers from there. Now let's check again to see if we shall be able to identify the person who is questioning the guy. So let's see. As you can see, it has identified speech instead of a picture. Now what we do here is that we are going to identify this person here. Let's try to search for him. You can see that it's impossible for us to get the picture. So what we shall do is that we shall identify them according to what the guidelines are saying. So that is why you need to read the guidelines very clearly. So let's go back to the guidelines, and then we come to the guidelines that is explaining about how you should tag the speakers. Let them open here. Quality captioning steps. Now you come to the speaker identification. You can see speaker tags are should be in bracket, and they should be identified as such. Finding names. This one I've already shown you how you should do it. The way I've shown you how to identify it, you'll be able to do it once you're there. Now there is a consistent speaker tags. Use the same speaker tag throughout the video. Excuse me. Then you come to consistent speaker tag. That one I've already read. Now there is the no generic label. Don't use labels like speaker 1, 2, 3, etc. Full names. Use full names whenever possible. But now we don't know who the speaker is. So avoid gendered tags. Don't use gender labels like actor, actress, postman, etc. When to use speaker tags. When to use speaker tags. Speaker tags are needed each time the speaker changes. If one person keeps talking across several caption segment, you only need to include speaker tag in the first segment of their speech. Numbering the speaker. Write out the number 1 through 10 and then use numerals for speakers 11 and above. Labeling hierarchy. Follow this order for labeling speakers. Full name, role like student or instructor, or multiple speaker when there are many. So you can identify them as student one or Dr. Smith. So in our case, we shall do it because we don't have the names of the speaker who is talking. So what we are doing here, we already know that speaker 0 is one speaker, speaker 1 is another speaker. So what we shall do, we shall identify them as speaker 1 and speaker 2. But the thing is, you see also we have to identify these speakers, and the way that we identify them, uh, we need to why is this speaker identification here? We also need to put the names in brackets. These brackets here. Now my keyboard is messed up and I need to look into it. So I just copy that to use it here. So once I come here, shall just click there at the start of the conversation. Now you can see it identifies as Rachel Adams, but that is not the speaker that we want to identify. So the speaker that we want to identify is speaker one, that way. So this is speaker one, Control C. This is speaker two. So we paste there and come and identify this as speaker two. And then we already know that speaker, the part here written as 2 is speaker 1 who talked, because as of the moment we only have two speakers. So that is it. Now these other here, but also you can also click on this dot. So after speaker 1 talks, speaker 2 is the one who is responding under speaker tag. Add a speaker tag. Okay, it's kind of refusing to get the instruction, but it should be identifying the speakers. So let's correct it. Let me see whether it will identify the speaker here, because it should. Okay, it's not identifying, but you can always copy this. So the person who is talking in the third segment here is speaker 2. So you just come here and identify him. Remember, your words should not go beyond that point. So I need to click on Shift Enter to take it to this tab here. Yeah, like that. So that is how we should be identifying the speakers. Also remember to keep following the steps that are given for each and every transcription that you are going to make. If they are the starter words, the starters, and if they are the repetitive things that have been said, you should also know how to handle them. And also here, you ensure that this conversation isn't going beyond the red line. So everything should be done according to the guidelines how they have been given. And remember, you should follow all the instruction that has been given there. So mine was just to show you how you're supposed to do this. And I think after reading this video, you'll be able to identify the maybe the different parts that you're making errors. So once you click there, remember we do not need to go beyond this point. Now that's speaker one there, and we identify him as speaker one. Then we identify this as speaker two, speaker three, and also remember this caption here in pink. It should be rhyming with what is here. And as you can see, because I had clicked enter by mistake here, it has a gap around this point. So I have to identify where the issue is. Yes, so we push this forward up to that point. Yeah, now you can see that it is rhyming. Now, as you watch this small portion that we have already identified, these speakers here, let me just finish identifying the speakers and then we are going to proceed here. Remember that they should be in bracket. Now, the reason that I am doing this on my keyboard is because my keyboard right now it is messed up, and I don't know where to get the different uh, brackets. That is why I'm doing this. But usually I should not be doing this. Yes. So we identify this one here like that. And this continues going like that. Yeah, so I just reach at speaker 8. So I want to do the whole test. But remember, we have to push these uh, words to avoid them from crossing the red line. And this is not something that is shown on the instruction guide, but it is there once you start working. So it's something that you should also look into because it has already been rectified, and so you should also ensure that you're doing the right thing. Yeah, like that. Now let's see whether what is being said is going along. What is, we have transcribed and captioned here. So let's start a conversation. Now, as you can see, the other guy starts talking around this point here, and now that is speaker 2. So we are in speaker 2 here. Now from here, from speaker 1 to speaker 2. And then says safe space, and then the other guy says yes. He says yes on this, I think, tab 2, speaker 2. Now, this one here, as you can see, maybe I clicked enter and then I deleted. So, it created a gap there. So, I should drag this to that point. Now, once you listen, speaker 1, what he has said, safe space. Yes, safe space. And then this guy says yes. Then he says yes, and then this one asks why do you need a safe space? Then the other guy starts talking. Why do you need a space, safe space? And this the white guy now says, why did Jews need a safe space? Do you want to say? Yes. Now he finishes talking around this point and then proceeds to this other one. So script 4 and caption 4 are going around inside each other, and now we are in 5. You can see now this other guy. Do I want a white and the state? A state I can't live in. And then he emphasizes by saying no before this guy starts talking. And his no ends around this point there. Yes, there. And then speaker on the speaker 1 on script 6 and on caption 6 says, why would you be against that? You can see that it is rhyming with what is here. Then this guy says, the other guy says speaker, the speaker 2 now says sorry, and that is what has been identified here. Why would you be against it? Now let's listen. Yes. Then on script 9 and caption 9, this one here, you can hear now that they keep on talking and talking and talking and talking. So what you should be doing is identify the various speaker in that particular test accordingly. Now the way that you identify them is that you will identify them in brackets. Also remember that this your remember that your transcript should not go beyond this red line here. It should maintain there to keep the, that is to keep the transcript clean and not going beyond this screen. As you can see here, they are talking. You can read what he's saying, and let's just watch and see where we have already done the, where we have already done the transcription and captioning. These words are not all over the screen, but once it goes beyond that point, you shall start to see that there's inconsistency in what is being said. Now you can see, like on this case here, this is script this is script 8 now. Here now, well, let's see. Now you can see that 9 is identifying everything that is below here. So you should identify the various speaker, and that is why you can see that now the words are all over, because we haven't finished to identify where script 9 is reaching for us to identify where the next speaker interferes with the conversation, and then we can press a new speaker there. That is why you can see it is all over the screen. But where we have already done the transcription and the captioning, you can see everything is as it is in movies or in other videos that you watch where subtitles are shown. So uh, that is how, guys, you should be doing this test. And also remember, for you to be able to work well in transcription, you can be using AI to get the transcript, and then you rectify it later. If you want to know how, then I think that I've just described in the next video. So, guys, that is how you should be handling the Echolabs test. Once you are done with that test, then you will be allocated another test here, and then you will be allocated another one here. And once you submit everything, they will get in contact. They will have to contact you to give you your progress. And then once you have already done that, if you are lucky enough, you will be hired. And if you will not be hired, you can always continue trying using different emails until the day that you'll be accepted. Also, you can search for a person who has an Echolabs account to explain more to you on how you should be working on that platform. So, guys, that is it for today's video. If you still have any questions that you want to ask, feel free to comment there on the comment section, or contact me via the number that I've given on the video description or the email, and I will gladly respond to you. So if also you want me to review another websites that you feel like you want to know more about, you can always feel free to ask for it on the comment section. And then if majority of you have asked a review on it, then I'll be happy to do a video on it, and maybe I'll train the problems or the things that you would like to know. So, guys, that is it for today, and good luck working on Echolabs. And if you want to be trained, just remember to DM me using my phone number that is on the video description. Thank you, guys. Thank you for being an active audience, and I really appreciate the love that you're showing me. Continue subscribing for more content like this. I continue also to seek for other opportunities that I can, and that I can show you, and I hope that we can all make a living out of freelance websites. Thank you, and have a nice time.